Space is vast. However, the region around Earth is becoming increasingly crowded, not with aliens but with our own junk. This debris, remnants of old satellites and rockets, poses a serious threat to active spacecraft. We call this growing problem the Kessler Syndrome. Imagine a chain reaction in space where one collision leads to another and another, creating a cascade of destruction. This is the alarming scenario predicted by the Kessler Syndrome. The basic idea is simple, but terrifying. When two objects in space collide, they break apart into numerous smaller pieces. Each piece then becomes a projectile capable of causing further collisions. This chain reaction could escalate exponentially, creating a dense cloud of debris around Earth. The density of debris in this cloud could become so high that it would be impossible to launch new spacecraft. Any attempt would be like navigating a minefield at thousands of miles per hour. The Kessler Syndrome therefore represents a significant threat to our future in space. This is not just science fiction, it's a real concern that demands our attention. We need to understand this problem and find ways to mitigate the risks before it's too late. Our future in space depends on it. Since the dawn of the space age, we've been launching objects into orbit. Satellites have revolutionized communication, navigation, and our understanding of Earth. However, every launch also leaves behind debris. These remnants, ranging from spent rocket stages to lost tools, contribute to the ever-growing problem of space junk. It's not just the large objects that pose a threat. Even tiny fragments traveling at incredibly high speeds can cause significant damage. A fleck of paint might seem harmless, but at orbital velocities, it can cripple a satellite. This debris doesn't disappear, it remains in orbit, posing a constant hazard to operational spacecraft. The situation is exacerbated by the fact that space is a harsh environment. The constant bombardment of solar radiation and micrometeoroids degrades objects over time, causing them to break down further, adding to the debris field. This relentless cycle of launch, decay, and collision is pushing us closer to a point of no return. We must recognize that space is not an infinite resource. It's a shared environment that needs to be protected. Just as we wouldn't carelessly litter our planet, we need to find ways to clean up our act in space. The future of space exploration depends on it. The consequences of the Kessler Syndrome are far-reaching. The most immediate impact would be on our current space infrastructure. Satellites are essential for communication, navigation, weather forecasting, and a multitude of other services we rely on daily. A runaway chain reaction of collisions could cripple or destroy these vital assets, disrupting our lives in countless ways. Imagine a world without GPS, accurate weather forecasting, or global communication. This is the potential reality we face if the Kessler Syndrome spirals out of control. The economic impact alone would be staggering, disrupting global markets and causing widespread chaos. But the consequences extend far beyond our immediate needs. A debris-filled orbit could effectively trap us on Earth, preventing future generations from exploring and utilizing space. The dream of space exploration, of reaching new frontiers and unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos, could be dashed against the barrier of our own making. This scenario underscores the interconnectedness of our actions and the long-term consequences we must consider. Our actions today will shape the future of humankind's relationship with space. We must act responsibly and sustainably to ensure that future generations inherit a future filled with the promise of discovery and exploration. The threat of the Kessler Syndrome is not theoretical. We've already had several close calls and even collisions that highlight the urgency of this issue. In 1996, a French satellite was damaged by debris from a French rocket that had exploded a decade earlier. This incident served as a stark reminder that space debris is not just an environmental concern, it's a real and present danger. In 2009, a defunct Russian satellite collided with a functioning Iridium communications satellite. This event, the first of its kind, created thousands of new pieces of debris, each one a potential projectile. These incidents are a glimpse into a future we must avoid. The International Space Station, a testament to human ingenuity and international collaboration, has had to perform numerous debris avoidance maneuvers to avoid potential collisions. These maneuvers are a constant reminder that we are playing a dangerous game of cosmic dodgeball.